Hi, Erica here, and I'm here today with my Nonfiction November TBR. I am well aware that Nonfiction November has already begun because I am filming this on the 1st. But I do have some things picked out, and I'm excited to talk about them. For those of you who don't know, Nonfiction November started last year, so this is the second time that this is happening, and it is hosted by Gemma and Olive, who are amazing and whose channels I will link down below. And the point of it is to just get you reading more nonfiction than you normally would. This year they've also set a couple of challenges, so I have picked out books for those challenges because that's fun. I read like an okay amount of nonfiction. I try to get at least one nonfiction book in a month. I've been reading a little bit more of it lately, but I'm excited to have this month to kind of focus on some books on my TBR that I've been meaning to get to forever. So the first challenge I'm going to talk about is the important challenge. So pick a book that is important for one reason or another. And I have picked up a book that I started a while ago and just haven't finished, and that's Sister Outsider, which is Essays and Speeches by Audre Lorde. Audre Lorde, for those of you who don't know, is a Black lesbian feminist. Her writing very much focuses on those topics and on intersectionality and feminism. I have read a little bit of this already, and it's really powerful, absolutely amazing, and super, 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 super important. The next challenge is new, so this can be a new book or a book that's new to you, or however you care to interpret that. And I'm going to read Bluets by Maggie Nelson. This could also fit for the fascinating challenge, I suppose. But I already have 2 books for that too. So this, basically, Maggie Nelson wrote The Argonauts, for those of you who don't know, which is an amazing, amazing book. And this is kind of based on her falling in love with the color blue, and she kind of talks about the color blue throughout history and in present day and like kind of these little snippets. And so I'm really excited to get into this. I think it's going to be really interesting, and Maggie Nelson's prose is absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to read this. The next challenge is controversial, and I didn't really have anything on my shelves, and I really cannot buy any books right now. So this one, this one fits. This is Ghettoside, A True Story of Murder in America by Jill Levy, and this was published, I feel like it's important to know when this was published. It was published in 2015. So this is about the murder of a young Black man in LA, I believe, and kind of the detectives that have to find his killer. And it's not about police shootings per se, and it's mostly about kind of the murders in Los Angeles County and the detectives that work on them, and it is about the intersection of these white cops defending the lives of these Black men and trying to, get justice for their deaths. So I feel like this is important because I do feel like it will add to the discussion on the current racial issues going on in the U.S. with police shootings and things of that nature. And I'm interested to get into it. It's gotten really good critical acclaim. I don't think that at all that this is a defense of white cops who have killed Black men. It's a totally different story, but it's still about the relationship between white cops and Black men. So I'm very interested to see where this goes and kind of what doors this opens up for me. And we will see what happens. It, too, just a lot talks about kind of the epidemic of murder in the U.S., specifically in Los Angeles County. So that should be very interesting. The last challenge I wanted to talk about is fascinating. I have a lot of fascinating nonfiction books on my shelves. I picked 2 for this challenge because one of them I'm almost done with, and that is The Flytrap by Frederick Schoiberg. Schoiberg? Oh dear. He is a Swedish author who lives on a very remote island and studies hoverflies, of which I knew nothing about until I started reading this book. And this book is kind of about hoverflies and entomologists. It's also about living a solitary life on this island and all kinds of interesting things. I'm enjoying it way more than I ever thought I would, so that's great. And I really appreciate it so far. So that's kind of a cool book that I have that I'm going to finish. The other one I picked up for fascinating, which was I originally purchased because Olive recommended it, and then she recommended it again recently in one of her Nonfiction November videos, is The Soul of the Octopus, A Surprising Exploration into the Wonder of Consciousness by Cy Montgomery. This is about literally what it says it's about. It is about octopuses and kind of how their brains work and what kind of relationships they're capable of, as well as how they function biologically. And I just started this today, so I'm about a chapter and a half in, and there are only like 8 chapters, so it's not that long. I'm in love with it already. Octopuses are the most fascinating things I've ever heard of, other than hoverflies. Like, what is going on here? So that's really fun. So that is all I have for Nonfiction November this month. It's possible that I might read all of these. It's possible that I won't. It's possible that I'll read all these and then pick up more nonfiction. I don't know. You'll have to wait for my wrap up. Since it is Nonfiction November, when I finish these, I am hoping to get reviews up of every single one of them throughout the month, because I feel like that'll be a lot of fun. And I might be back sometime in the middle of the month with kind of my favorite nonfiction books, because I think that also will be fun. And that is all I have to say. If you're participating in Nonfiction November, please let me know, and let me know what you're reading, because I've had a lot of fun kind of stalking people and seeing what they're reading, because I have a hard time, like, discovering nonfiction books on my own. Like, I can walk around a nonfiction section in a bookstore, but I never know what's going to be written in a way that I can enjoy it, because I can't take anything that's, like, really dull and drudging. So if you have recommendations, or if you want to let me know what you're reading, do let me know. And that is all. I'll see you all next time. Bye.